Let me have my own first bite of this. No sweet in the morning. So guys, I'm almost ready for work now. My husband actually forced me to eat this thing because he was like, how can you be going to work on the first day and you're not eating? Do you know what the oxygen cylinder you are going to push? So actually this is what I'm going to be wearing to work, this gown, and I'm going to be wearing a black shoe. The reason because I'm supposed to wear my scrub from the house, but kidnapping, in fact I don't know what that is kidnapping. Organ harvesters are in town. They've been kidnapping people, and I heard that they are looking for nurses. Organ harvesters are in search of nurses to see that the nurses are going to be helping them in, you know, dissecting and bringing out the organs. So anything to protect my integrity is what I'm after. So I'll just carry my scrub when I get to work. I'm going to wear it when I'm done, pull it at work and come outside. So I've not even done my wig. It's the last time I'm going to eat it at work. And the reason is just because actually today is my first day, and that hospital is a very busy place. Although I don't know how it is going to be, so today I'm just going to observe everywhere and know how it is. When I know I've confirmed that the work is a soft work, like there's not much work, I cannot be drinking cornflakes and drinking tea. I don't even know if it's going to be a 12-hour shift. God. But I pray it's not. I pray it's just 6 hours. Because if it's going to be 12, I'll run. Then see you guys when I'm ready. So guys, I'm all dressed for work. I was looking, I forgot the name of the use. So I'm dressed now. I'm wearing this gown. I'm wearing. Hey God, see my lecture. I'm wearing my shoe and I'm carrying my tote bag. The bag contains everything I'll be needing to survive today. Hopefully today is a very good day, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect, but I'm just trying to be optimistic because, you know, with God, all things are possible. Just start going. Start going. So see you guys later. I don't know if you're going to be coming to work with me, but anyhow, I'm going to keep you guys updated.
nursing, like working as a nurse in Owerri, is the most stressful part of being a nurse. Like working in, I don't even know how to even put this sentence, but I just wanted to know that it is not easy as a nurse here in Owerri, because God, what just happened? I went to work yesterday and I came back super tired. I was so frustrated, I was so devastated, I was so used. I know the management of this hospital that I went to might actually get to see this video, but at this point I don't care, because they have to just know that what they are doing in that hospital is not nursing at all. First things first, thank God I ate that eba that I ate, because I would have fainted. As a matter of fact, when I resumed my duty, I saw a nurse that worked night duty and they rushed her to the ARE section because she had fainted. So I went to the hospital. I'm currently working in a place. So when I applied for this job, actually, I was staying in our former house. So I told you guys that, I don't know, some people might know, but as at the time we're staying in that house, I was looking for a place where I was going to be working that is going to be closer to my house. So that was the time when I submitted my application to this particular hospital that called me to work. So now that we have left, it's now that they now called me to come and work for them. So I was just like, okay, let me go and give it a try. Thank God I didn't even quit the present job that I am in. So I was just like, let me go and try them out. When I work for them for like maybe a week and I see if I'm comfortable, I'm actually going to quit. And the way hospitals here work, or the way the hospital that I am working currently works, if you absent yourself from duty, a particular amount is going to be withdrawn from your salary. So it is not a bad thing for you to absent yourself. You can actually absent yourself if you want, but just know that it is going to cost you something. So I was just willing to spare that amount that was going to be deducted from my salary. So that was what I did. I received their email, like the email of this place that I went to, and then I went to resume duty. I shall know, because when I was submitting my application, the day I went there, I saw that the place was very busy, and the place was small, but it was very busy. But what I didn't know was that these people are this place is a critical care center. So everything is an intensive care unit. Everything about the hospital is just critical. Everybody that is there is critically ill, and almost everybody that is there, if there are like 100 persons there, 90 of them on life support. It's just 10% of them that are just normal and can run around that can perform their activities of daily living by themselves. But the others, you have to do every damn thing for them, including changing their diapers. So I did not know that part, so I was thinking it was a normal hospital. And then when I resumed work yesterday, I resumed by 8 p.m. and the matron addressed us. We were two, I and another lady. And then she addressed us and she assigned us to the particular place where we were going to be working. The other lady wasn't prepared for the job, like she just came back from a travel, so she wanted to just rest. So the matron told her to come back for night duty while I proceeded to work. When I proceeded, that was when it dawned on me that this was actually going to take my life. One thing I have told myself is that I will never suffer. Like I will never walk to the extent that I cannot even stand up, because that was what happened to me yesterday. I went to the ward where I was assigned, and I discovered that I and this particular nurse that I was assigned to, we are supposed to nurse 7 patients. 7 of these patients are critically ill. They are on life support. We have to we have to do their normal activity of daily living for them, give them their drugs. Like the moment you are doing this one, you're coming back to do this one, you are doing this one, you are doing this one. And those people, their vital signs has to be checked like every minute, because this minute they are okay, the next minute they might need something, the next minute they might, so the thing is alternating. So we have to be checking and checking and checking. From 8 a.m. that I went there, The time I remembered that I have to even sit down and maybe even vlog small was when I did that video, which was 5:20, I mean 5:12, I think it was 5:12. So from 8 a.m. I was working till 12 minutes after 5. I was standing, I did not sit a bit. I was like, and I wore my shoe. I wore a shoe because in that place they wear black shoe, they don't wear Crocs or something. So another disadvantage was this shoe thing, because if you're wearing a shoe, you know the shoe is just flat, it is not going to be soft. I don't know how to, but shoes are not very comfortable, especially when you're going to be standing for a long amount of time. But Crocs, you know, Crocs are like very soft, like they have this foamy thing, so even though you want to stand the whole day, you're not going to feel it. Almost, I was standing, my leg was vibrating. At a point, I was holding something to work because my legs were numb. I couldn't even feel my leg anymore. I was like, and it was that small eba that I ate. To thank God that I did not even do the mistake of my life to go and eat, maybe drink something or drink a cornflakes or tea. And then I just got mineral and I just drank everything to give me energy. And that was how I was able to just maneuver and just do the whole thing. And just, it was a whole lot of work. Ever since I started nursing patients, ever since I came into this profession, I don't think I have had to do this kind of stress that I passed through. And the turn off for me, there were actually two turn off for me. The first turn off was the fact that this place that I went to was actually very far from my house, like from this house now. You know, when I applied for that job, it was closer to my former house. So this place now is very far from that place. So if I want to go to that place every day, like for 25 days in a month, it is going to spend, I'm going to use 90% of my salary. Like the salary they want to pay me, 90% of the salary is what the transportation is going to be. So I'm only going to be keeping 10%, and I don't understand what kind of job is that I'm going to use 90% for salary and then 10% is just going to be for me. And the 90% for the transport is just, it does not even include the ones that I'm going to buy maybe something on the road, maybe buy mineral or just buy food at work and just enjoy. It does not include that. 90% is just for transportation alone. So when I calculated that, I was like, it's not going to work. The next thing that got me turned off was the fact that it is a 12-hour shift work. From the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I don't want a job that is 12-hour shift because those jobs are so demanding, they are so frustrating, they are so draining. There's not going to give me time to think. I mean, I'm a newly married girl. Why should I go? Like, see the way that routine is. I go to work by 8 a.m. And if I want to compare it with what happened yesterday, I went to work by 8 a.m. and I got to this house by 8. So invariably it is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I am supposed to work for 4 days and then I have 1 day off. So it is 4 days on, 1 day off, 4 days on, 1 day on. Tell me, how am I supposed to cope with my life? Is 1 day enough for me to do all the things I want to do in this world, and maybe take care of my husband, take care of the house, take care of my own self, in fact, take care of myself, which is like the major thing. 1 day is not enough. When I just went there and I got to learn about their timing, and when they just told me that it was 12-hour shifts, I knew that I was not going to last, because the current place I'm working in, they have 3 shifts. There's the morning shifts, there's afternoon shifts, and there's evening shifts. Whereas in that place, it's just 2 shifts, the morning and the night shifts. Well, I don't even want to compare it with people that are in the diaspora. You know, those ones, most of them, many of the nurses there, they work 12-hour shifts. But then the good part of theirs is that as you're working the 12-hour shifts, you are getting a compensation, a beneficial compensation for what you are giving, like for what you are giving out. Sometimes, because some people are saying, oh, when you are a nurse, you shouldn't be thinking about the money. You shouldn't be thinking about the money, you should be thinking about serving humanity. And I'm like, are you people okay? Yes, serving humanity is the key goal, but am I not supposed to serve myself? As I'm taking care of these people, am I not supposed to take care of myself? What am I supposed to use in taking care of myself? Is it humanity that will give me what I will take care of myself with? As I'm serving humanity, humanity is supposed to be paying me well for serving them. That is how this thing works. It's not serving humanity. Am I NGO? Ha! So, the good part about doing the 12-hour shifts abroad is the fact that you get paid handsomely. Like, even though you are burnt out, you are tired, you are overstressed or overworked, the reward you are getting for the service you are giving is just going to keep you going. In this one where I'm working a 12-hour shift, and then the money is not even plenty. I don't even want to call the money because, God, the money is not even plenty. And then 90% of the money is already going for transportation. 10%, what am I going to use that one for? So that is just one thing. That is many things that I did not find funny about that job. And this morning, I just had to tell the woman that, I just had to tell the matron, I sent her a message telling her that, oh ma, I'm not going to be able to continue with the job. The transportation is too much, and it's just going to eat about 90% of the salary, which makes the salary useless to me. So I told her that I stay very far, so I'm not going to be able to cook. So she was like, okay, I understand. Do that. Thank you, ma'am. Another thing that funnily happened yesterday was the fact that I didn't go to the hospital with my ring. So, it's very crazy because most hospitals here in Owerri, I don't know about other places because I've not tried other places. I'm only talking about Owerri for now. So most hospitals here in Owerri, they don't like to employ ladies that are married. And the reason is because when you're married and you're working for them, you can easily be dictated by maybe your husband and your children. So you can easily just wake up one day and tell them that, oh, my husband said I should not come to work, or oh, my child was sick, so I had to take him or her to the hospital. So they are selfish as that. So they don't like to employ people that are married. And I don't even understand. So and it just makes me wonder why they will even have the thought. But then when I was going to work yesterday, I didn't tell anybody that I was married there. So I didn't even wear my ring because I don't want all those things to happen. So I went to work and we had a meeting. I introduced myself as a new nurse and everybody was shouting, "Are you single or married?" And the woman, I think she's the manager to the owner of the place or something. She's the manager. She just said, "Oh, she's single, she's not married." And I sat down. So after the whole meeting now, when I started work and then everything was going, come and see all these people. Even when a new girl comes into an organization, it's not a matter of you are fine or you are not fine. Let me just tell you, girls not that watching. It's not a matter of you are fine or you are not fine. It's just that you are the newest person there. So everybody wants to come and try their luck on you to see whether they can get you. If you are very cheap, they will get you and they will use you and they will dump you. But if you are not very cheap, if you show them levels. So many of them were coming, nurse, you are looking fine, no? What's your name? This and that one. Even all those doctors, nurse, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from? Okay, you're not Igbo, but you can hear Igbo. Don't worry, I will teach you Igbo. Give me your number. I gave them my number. The ones that had the courage to come, I gave them my number, but I've blocked all of them because when I gave you my number, I made sure my husband is not going to like this part. So my husband does not like me giving my number. But when I give you my number, I make sure you call me so I have your number registered and then I block it, period. So one advice for ladies out there, if you're working in a particular, if you go to a particular place for the first time and guys are coming over telling you they like you, you're beautiful, don't feel too important, don't feel too beautiful. There are other beautiful people that are there that you said, but they just want to try their luck on you. Even though I was single and I was searching, I wouldn't have agreed to even be doing anything with any of those people there, because for every new girl that comes there, that is the same scope they use on the new girl. So they are just trying to freelance on you, and if it clicks, you are going to be their new targets, and they will use you and they will dump you, and you're in the same environment with them. So after they are done with you, they are going to tell it to their friends, and their friends is going to be like, oh, even though the friend does not come for you, the friend is actually going to be looking at you like, you see this one will come, would he say even get package? You don't know, saying no get anything. So that is it. So please try to set boundaries, make yourself classy. Like yesterday, when they were saying all this thing, I was just laughing with them. Hey, thank you. Even especially the doctor, because I don't want to be rude to anybody. I was like, no, thank you. But deep down, I know this thing. I was like, I know you people. I know what you people are doing. I know what you people can do. That's by the way. But I think that moving on, I'm going to be telling whomever wants to employ me that I am married. I think I don't want to be hiding the fact that I am married because I want to get the job. So if you want to employ me, you should employ me. If you don't want to employ me just because I am married, you should not employ me. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Or what do you guys think about the whole thing? Should I keep because my point or my targets, my idea was, okay, now that I've gotten this job, and I did not tell anybody I was married actually, now that I've gotten this job, maybe like 2 weeks later, I'm going to be wearing my complete ring, not even one ring, like this complete ring, so that it's not be like I just went to buy this thing in the market. I'll be wearing my complete ring, and that way everybody's going to know that I'm married, and everybody will just allow me. That was actually my plan, but I think when I get my new job, I'm just going to tell the management or whatever straight away that I am married, so that they will have it in their head. Just decided to come and tell you guys this and let you guys know that nursing sometimes can be crazy. Well, that's all that's going to be happening today. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in my next video.